Title reads Help Me Get Over Her. This is in the Hinge Stories Reddit page. He says, Hi all, I'm a 29-year-old male who was on Hinge for like 2 months. Had 5 dates with a girl over a month and a half. That's pretty good going. So he's on Hinge for 2 months. It sounds like he set up a date with this woman within a 2 week period. So he's doing everything right there. You don't want to be the guy who's messaging a woman back and forth for a month and not making a date. You want to get her on a date, show your face, and create that connection. Because you can't create that connection over text or on the Hinge app. He says that we have shared beliefs, family values, etc. We both said we really like each other and we're not dating other people. Okay, a good start, but I also wouldn't provide that information or have those types of conversations very early on in a dating phase, because a woman might be a bit like, oh, this guy is trying to like secure me super quickly. He's a bit needy. He doesn't get a lot of women, so he's just trying to tie me down. But if she brought up that conversation, absolutely have that conversation. I'm just getting the feeling this guy probably brought it up with her. He continues, we both said we really liked each other and we were not dating other people. She ended things about 4 weeks ago at like midnight, which was supposed to be before our last date, saying she had sick relatives which were at the end of life and she was not open to a relationship at the time. Well, that's just a wish-washy excuse from the woman to try and not hurt your feelings. And in the male brain, you'll be like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense. Like she's having some family issues. I completely understand." But no, if she's going through a tough time, she wants a man by her side to help her through it. Obviously, she views you as not the right guy to help her through that situation because that's just an excuse. A woman could be going through the worst stage of her life, and if an attractive man walks into the room, but she's going to jump on that, no matter how upset she is. So she's just making up an excuse to stop seeing you. Said she was going to pause dating. I was surprised as we talked about joining a club together, and she had come over for dinner and heavy makeout session. No sex as I was waiting for the relationship. What? So you got into a heavy makeout session and you were like, hey, I don't want us to go any further because I want to wait for a relationship. Bro, you sound like a woman right now. And she probably picked up on that. She might have been crazy about you, wanting to have sex with you, and you turned it down because you have this weird value. She ended it with a text 2 weeks later saying she wasn't in the right headspace due to the family issues. Completely understood, he says. Yeah, exactly. He ate that up real good because he didn't want to take the fact that he probably just made her unattracted to him. He probably said too many things and did too many things, and she lost attraction to him. So for him, it's better to think, oh, she just left me due to family issues. No, you probably did a ton of things wrong, i.e., not having sex with her when she was probably ready for it. That night, she probably sneaked out and went and got filled up by Chad. Sorry to put that image in everybody's minds. The text said she would be open to me later down the road, but then wished me the best in a separate text a later after saying her grandpa had a stroke and was hallucinating. Maybe this is true. Maybe she actually does have a sick relative, and that's really sad to hear. But again, if you are the right guy, she's going to want you by her side. She wants to be you to be the shoulder to cry on. She wants you to go pound town and make her feel better after having sex with her. But you're not the right guy. It's as simple as that. The doctor said he would likely pass within the next couple of weeks. She also mentioned how good of a person I was and how she was so sorry for wasting my time. Blah, blah, blah. I took it at face value and wished her the best and to let her know if I could be there and that it was more than okay to cancel. Lo and behold, a buddy of mine is using Hinge and comes across her profile a week later after her last text, mostly updated with new photos. Dun 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 dun. Bro, welcome to the red pill. Yeah, women will lie, and I don't think it makes her a bad person, so to speak. I think she was just didn't want you to be upset, and maybe she knew that maybe you'd lose your shit and ask difficult questions. She was like, I'm just gonna think of an excuse to get this guy out of my life without having to explain myself too much. But maybe using a family relative being sick, that's pretty low from her point of view. But yeah, like I said, if she's going through some bad family trouble, for the right guy, she's going to absolutely still start dating. You know, a woman has needs. Always look at a woman's actions over what they say. And it's the same for guys as well. A, a girl should look at a guy's actions over her words. It goes both ways. She also removed her relationship preferences, so maybe she just wants to mess around, question mark. The thing is, I could tell she was distant at some points, but then I asked if she still wanted to see me during our fourth date, which she said yes. She also said she really liked me. I think you were just being too needy, you were talking about the relationship stuff and she was feeling overwhelmed. Yeah, she probably just does want to have a bit of fun. That's how the initial dating phase should be. It should be fun. Let her bring up the serious conversations. You should be her escape. If she does have family issues, have fun conversations with her to take her mind away from that. Don't start bringing up all the sensitive topics. Yeah, she probably just wants to go down to Pound Town and you're not providing that to her. And even here it says, he was bringing up going on other dates while still on the date. You're on a date right now. Why are you bringing up future dates? Like, let it simmer. Have a bit of space. If you're on a fourth date, don't start bringing up plans for a fifth date. You're not on the fifth day yet. You're on the fourth day. Have fun, relax, let her come to you at her own pace. It just feels like he was going a million miles an hour, and she's probably overwhelmed. And yeah, she probably was overwhelmed knowing that she has family issues as well. It's all just not the right mixture, and this guy's not seeing that right now. To be honest, I'm pissed at myself. I'm fine if she wasn't feeling the connection and says so or did a soft rejection, but to mislead about family health issues make me feel like a fool. Maybe the family health issues is a real thing. But yeah, she did let you down with a soft rejection. At least you've noticed that. I think I'm over wanting to date her again and would avoid future communication. Yeah, let her come back to you. Like she basically dumped you. She, created that space between you two. Let her come back to you at her own space, at her own pace, sorry. And when she does come back, set up a date. And this time, you know, sleep with her when that opportunity comes up and don't start saying, oh, you're going to wait for a relationship. Well, look at you now, you're still single. I think I'm over wanting to date her, but any tips would be cool and to get excited for the next date. At the moment, I deleted my Hinge profile. Why have you deleted your Hinge profile? You've had one bad experience, and it's not even that bad of an experience. You went on a few dates with an attractive woman, and you made out, and you had a good time. Use that experience to date other women. Use your experience to be a better dater. Why are you deleting your Hinge profile? She still has her Hinge profile up, and she's probably going on multiple dates a week. She's having fun, and you're sitting there putting a post on Reddit and probably wanking and eating Doritos. Come on, bro. But want to get back on it in a month or two after some travel and improve fitness. Okay, fair play. I didn't read that part of the post. Good. That sounds like a good plan. But maybe have your hinge on when you go traveling. Meet some pretty little, I don't know, Latinas or uh, wherever you're going on holiday. Maybe a beer too. Was recovering from muscle injury when I downloaded Hinge. Want to enter back with a better mental health and intention. Fantastic, but you've got to make sure to not be such a simp and to be groveling for a woman's attention and talking about relationships and stuff and planning multiple dates while you're still on the first date. Those are some little tweaks you need to add. Some notes for the next time I've made include date multiple people and asked pointed questions to women to figure out intentions for future relationships. No, don't do that. Yes, date multiple people at the same time. Absolutely, it is a numbers game, and you want to increase your confidence. And these women will be dating multiple men too, because at the early point, it's non-exclusive, so it's fair game, right? But do not ask women what their intentions are. All you need to care about regarding intentions is to have fun on the dates. That's your intention, and she's just there for the ride. Don't start asking about, do you want a relationship? What's your current status? What's your previous dating past? Don't ask those questions. Just have fun. You're the driver of the fun bus. He says, I hate dating multiple people, but it's a necessary evil, I suppose. Yeah, that's just modern dating, bro. And hey, you're a guy. You're going to want to spread your seeds. So go out there and have fun, you know? But if she does bring up exclusivity, whatever girl you're dating, then yeah, absolutely be exclusive of her. But let her bring it up. I think you're going to have a massive shock if you scroll through her phone. Again, it doesn't make the woman a bad person. You just need to know how the game is at the moment. She's messaging and setting up dates with multiple men while you're still on your first, second, third date. That's just how it is. He ends it by saying, to sum it up, I think I dated a parrot for a month and a half who used family illness as an excuse to avoid saying what she wasn't really feeling. No, I think you're just misjudging this. She just wasn't really into you. Would love advice on avoiding similar people in the future and tips to cool down so I don't become jaded for future dates. I don't think it makes her a bad person. I think she just wanted to let you down slowly and you just made her drive in the Sahara Desert. I don't think it makes her a bad person. Yes, unfortunately, she told a lie, but I think it was more of a soft rejection than a right out lie. Um, at least she didn't ghost you. But sending her, what, two texts and saying, yeah, I want to end it by just two texts after so many dates, that's pretty shitty. But overall, I don't think she's a bad person. But yeah, you need to work on your dating skills. Anyway, guys, that's all. Cheers and see you later.